Hello and welcome to our Climate Week Northeast, a session on young people actions speak louder than words. Today we'll be looking at place-based plans. This is one of a number of sessions we're offering during the week, and you'll see our various people involved in this particular one here. All of the sessions are not only linked to climate and climate action, but also linked to the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child and the Sustainable Development Goals. Without further ado, I want to go on to a video produced by the young people at Inverurie Academy describing the work they've done under Actions Speak Louder Than Words.
Welcome to our presentation on Inverurie's plans for a place in childhood. Hello, we are some of the students here at Inverurie Academy, and we are honoured to share with you this exciting project we have been working on, which regards how we can improve Inverurie.
A Place in Childhood is an organisation which specialises in giving young people a say in what is missing from their town. This allows young people to be involved in making changes within their town and ensure that young voices are being heard. At A Place in Childhood, we help you to improve young people in your projects and create a better designed places and practices led by their input. Discover our work, learn new insights, and reach out to see how we can help you with your next project. It has been an incredible opportunity for us all and allowed us to really feel like part of the community. It has allowed us to feel like our voices have been heard.
Together we planned a route around Inverurie focusing on the most important aspects to us as a group. Key locations included, but were not limited to, the train station, town hall, Kilted Frog, Geary Sports Centre, Tesco's, the Heritage Centre, Callans Park, Strathmore School and Euryside. This gave the Place in Childhood team an idea of what growing up in Inverurie is like and allowed them to create a visual map of what facilities and opportunities are available to young people. This walk was also incredibly helpful within the group to work as a team and identify the issues, as well as hearing different opinions from different age groups. Here above is the map we created. This can be seen with all our comments and opinions of the area and how they are suitable or could be improved. From this, we constructed a list of priorities which we feel would benefit the young people living in Inverurie for years to come. Some examples of the priorities we outlined were creating a youth social space, improving advertisement of opportunities to young people, and increasing the overall number of activities and services available to young people. These are the priorities we continue to work on and develop so that we were considering not just the young people, but individuals of all ages in Inverurie. Our aim through this project was to make Inverurie an even better place for anyone and everyone to grow up in and live in.
Next, it was important that we got the opinions of others outside the group. We consulted the rest of the school to ensure their opinions were taken into account and discover how they agree with our priorities. This was successfully positive with over 450 responses from years S1 to S6, as well as doing a one-on-one consultation with St Andrew's Special Needs School. We spoke to a focus group of some of the older St Andrew's pupils, as well as some of their teachers. The consultation with St Andrews was a huge eye-opener that allowed us to see a side of issues we were not familiar with. We learnt much more about their needs and what should be improved in our town based around this. We will discuss these later on in the presentation.
To begin, one of our key priorities was a youth space. When we discussed the current youth space, which is a small area set up in the front entrance of the Inverurie Community Campus, we found that many people didn't even know it existed. We also found that when looking for a place to go, people would be far less likely to want to come back into school to hang out after being there for a full day of school. Therefore, we thought a new youth space that's not part of the academy would be beneficial for everybody. It's crucial in the development of young people to have that social interaction with their peers, and a youth space would be just that, a space to meet your friends, play some games and have something to eat. There aren't many places at all for young people to hang around in the evening without it being at somebody's house. This can result in people lurking around the streets of town. There are quite often large crowds of older kids or young adults that hang around the town late at night, and this can be incredibly intimidating for those younger people. So the hope is that the youth space would provide a safe environment to see friends. At the same time, it might even keep those more intimidating people out of the town, as they would have indoor activities that they could engage with. Inverurie is a very large town and it is growing every day. Across Port Elphinston and Inverurie, there are 4 primary schools and the Inverurie Community Campus, which is the academy. Although a youth space would be aimed at academy-aged children, older primary school kids would be able to use this space as a way to connect with people from these other primary schools. As we all know, at school you're with the same people every day, which makes the transition to academy so daunting to so many people. A youth space would provide this space for networking and making new friends, which could help smoothen this transition for the primary 7s. With the cost of living at its peak at the moment, not all parents can provide pocket money or pay for out-of-school activities. In this space, there would ideally be things like pool, foosball tables, a games area, where there would be something for everybody to be involved in free of charge, so that everybody's got the opportunity to go. We would also love for affordable free snacks and juice to be available as well. Another priority of ours is to bring all ages of Inverurie together to stop the stereotypes of both younger people and older people. When combining this priority with the youth space, we came up with the idea for an intergenerational diner to turn this idea into reality.
So we had an idea for an intergenerational diner, and that would just be a place for everyone of all the generations just to spend time together and enjoy the music and affordable food. We had an idea to make the diner 24 hours just so it was inclusive to everybody in the community and shift workers. The diner could double as a youth space that the community needs, and it would also just be a place for lots of different groups to meet each other and an opportunity to bring all the generations together. The diner would also be a place for young musicians and young performers to get a chance to be seen, because young musicians and young performers, obviously, we're not old enough to get into the pubs, so we're not old enough to perform in the pubs. But having a space that's intergenerational, so everyone's like allowed in and everyone's welcome, would just be a great opportunity for everyone to be seen and be heard and have that opportunity to do what they love and just perform. There was an idea to have 2 floors, so the downstairs would just be the diner part and the upstairs could be just a community space that we could do pop-up cinema nights and themed nights, and we could rent it for community groups. The diner would also be a good opportunity to work with and support small local businesses and brands, and it would just create memories and opportunities for people to reminisce on.
After the consultation with St Andrew's School, we discovered that the older kids felt there wasn't a lot of opportunity for them to have as much independence in Inverurie, with the closest cinema being in Aberdeen. We thought we could change this by having a pop-up cinema at either Thainstone Mart, Town Hall, or even at the intergenerational diner/youth space. This would give them the opportunity to have independence and to do something they love, but still feel in the security of having their family nearby. This goes for everyone else as well, as this would be an event for the whole town and everyone could get involved. There could be buses running specifically for the cinema so that everyone can access it, and the film showing wouldn't need to be brand new, but could be any films. It could be themed events or special films.
After a successful meeting with the important people of Inverurie, we discussed the lack of accessible play equipment for St Andrews around Inverurie, and have discussed the possibility of a park budget being used for this cause, which will help to battle this issue. St Andrews School is the hub school for people from all areas of Aberdeenshire, for example Aboyne, Bankery and West Hill. Even though all of these people come to Inverurie, our accessibility around the town could be greatly improved. People from St Andrews spoke about their love for getting outside, going on walks and going to parks. They found that there is very limited access for wheelchairs around the lovely rivers that run through Inverurie, and more pavements for walker routes around Inverurie would be beneficial. We found out there is only one piece of wheelchair equipment out of all of the parks in town. We have the space to accommodate these facilities, so it is just now finding the money to make it happen.
Another one of our priorities was community events in Inverurie.
As a group, we discussed fun and engaging activities that anyone and everyone can be involved in. In the hope to turn this into reality, we came up with a range of ideas and how they can function. Some of our ideas included a battle of the bands, Inverurie talent show, game nights, barbecues, and all the other ideas listed. We already know that community events in Inverurie can be so successful. For example, the annual Christmas light switch on, carnivals, and farmers market, which are such big hits in the town. You'll have also seen how much attraction our big snowball fight in Kellens Park got with it being all over the news. So, our aim is to extend this community feel so that all age groups can be included to really create that togetherness within the town. We carried out a short survey that got us many positive responses from all years in the school with what ideas were their favourites. From this we found out that competition-styled events would be the most popular. These kind of events will allow us to show the personality in the community and the volume of talent that Inverurie has to offer. These events will require indoor space, but luckily enough we have the Inverurie Town Hall, which is the ideal space. And for outdoor activities, Inverurie is fortunate with the number of large parks we have with open grassy areas. There's Kellens Park, Strathburn Park and Market Green Park. So we believe that these kind of spaces should definitely be used to our advantage. Having more community events in the town hall would have many benefits. Not only would the community spirit and the sense of togetherness be boosted, but it may even gain attraction from areas outside of Inverurie so that people will come into the town to experience them. This has been seen at the local pantomime and youth musical productions where audiences will book out the town hall to watch our lovely, talented young people. The town hall is in central Inverurie, making it accessible to everyone, with buses running to the town hall many times a day.
There is also parking and plenty of nearby businesses. Here you can make a day out of being in town by going to shops and getting a coffee from one of our lovely local businesses before going to watch a fun event in the hall. As a result, this will help support our local businesses, which is very important to our town. As previously mentioned, some of our most common highlights in Inverurie were the local delicacies, the kilted frog and strachans. We want to bring more people into the centre of town to help support these special businesses that we really don't want to see go. Therefore, getting people into the centre is very important for all aspects of Inverurie. And as mentioned, this can be done through our community events. This was one of the key points highlighted by both St Andrews as well as our group and the rest of the school when consulting.
We find that there is not enough being done to prioritise walking and cycling in Inverurie, which is a very car-based town currently. This is a huge issue in some areas with congestion on roads where cars should not be parked. This often causes a hazard as drivers have to manoeuvre around obstacles which often block sight and create blind spots. This is a huge safety concern, especially near schools where it is seen most often. The biggest issue St Andrews faced is cars parked on pavements. This seems simple, however for many in a wheelchair it is a huge risk, as they are not able to get around the car on the pavement and need to go onto the road to get around. This often happens in areas that do not have drop curbs, making it difficult to get back onto the pavement safely. We have already seen improvements taking place on this topic, as the police have asked us to identify the hotspots to ensure that the situation is correctly taken care of and a change is seen. This already shows how our voices are having a positive effect on Inverurie.
Overall, this project has been extremely important for us as a younger community. It has built up our confidence in many ways, allowing us to feel seen and heard. As a team, we have felt more involved in the community, and it has allowed us to feel like we have a say on what is happening in the place we live. We hope that from the Place in Childhood project, we will see lots of positive outcomes and we will be able to improve Inverurie as a place to live for future generations.
Thank you for taking the time to listen to our presentation today. We've loved being a part of this project and we're so glad we have been able to share it with you today. Thank you very much.
Hopefully you enjoyed that particular presentation. And then I'll show a very brief one, a 2-minute presentation, a similar activity taking place in Banff, Macduff area.
Opportunity to come and listen to some of the young people in the sort of Banff Macduff area to hear their views on what could be done to actually improve their local area.
So we were like telling our ideas on how we would like to like improve Macduff, to renovate like some of the old buildings to make them into like shops and like cafes and stuff, like more places to hang out.
Also places for like teenagers to get them off the streets.
Planting more trees in specific areas and reducing litters and adding more bins everywhere so there's less dog poo around.
Just maybe fixing up the pavements, making the street lights a bit brighter, like rentable bikes a bit cheaper and that, so you can ride about. And
some of the ideas were a youth council where students or any young people can go and talk about what they want to change in the community and things that could be improved, and also how they feel about things going on.
Oh, great insights into local transport issues and challenges, feelings of safety in the evening in the local community and ideas about how that can be tackled, ideas for activities to engage young people and also with adults too and families.
Definitely we were being heard and not just let's speak to the young people and then never think about it again.
I think young people are often far more engaging than going to meetings just full of adults, so it's a breath of fresh air, and yeah, I think they should be involved.
Part of the work that we would like to do more strategically over the next year is engaging with young people, and today I think has given us more confidence to know that the young people, they know what they want, they know what they want to see, and that, you know, they can effectively speak to us, and they were happy to do that.
It's exciting to be part of something like this.
So impressed by the kids. They've clearly put a huge amount of work into their plans, and it was really nice to see just how passionate and how proud they were about not just where they live, but what they see these towns could become as well.
I really enjoyed it. It was a great time to sit around a table and discuss the future of our local area to adults that can help this happen.
I enjoyed being able to pitch our ideas and being able to think that, oh, these could actually happen.
So just two examples there of young people taking forward their ideas, exercising their rights to be heard, have their views taken seriously, and really to improve their towns and think about issues of climate change and well-being in their areas. As I say, there are other events running through Climate Week North East. I would welcome feedback on the events that have taken place, and that's us for today. Thanks very much for watching.